Hello and welcome back to our podcast. My name is Dr. Alison Chuara. I'm the CEO and founder of Human Focus Limited, a company that is truly dedicated to creating happier and healthier workforces, organizations, communities, and nations. Our episode this time is rather special. I'm recording this from Zambia, not from a studio, not from perfection, but from real presence, and I'll tell you in a moment why. And if you've been following this series, Elegantly Broken, Faith versus Strategy, the weight of almost, you already know we don't do surface level things here. We go beyond the surface. We do truth. Today's episode, I think, is almost like a love letter to you, every leader, every dreamer, every doer, who's ever been on the edge of burnouts, of breakthroughs, and of belief. This one episode I'm going to call the 11th hour blessing. When heaven echoes through human hands, because this is what I've come to know. Help doesn't always come wrapped in hands you expected, but it just comes. Let me take you back just a few days ago. I was in Zimbabwe, preparing for a summit that had cost more than just time and money. It had cost me my peace, my bandwidth, and my surrender. Nothing felt certain. Flights were messy, confirmations came late, the terrain well unfamiliar. I won't lie to you, I was trying to lead with grace. Meanwhile, my daughter was unwell. On the other hand, my inbox was on fire. And more importantly, my body was saying, Alison, we need to rest. But guess what? I couldn't pause. Not then, not yet. Because I was birthing something divine with our team. And labor is never without pain for those women that have given birth. And then, I want to share this profoundly. At the 11th hour, something started to unfold. Someone that I now call a friend, Dr. and Right Honorable Maura, stood as if he had always belonged in that room. Dr. Fazam's voice carried like a prophetic echo. And the WFDP president, who had once seemed distant, sent his blessing just in time for us to open the summit. Dr. Joanne. Just when the heavens were saying, we have your back, God sent me a helper in the last minute. Teamwork like you've never seen. Breathing the same pain, the same triumphs, the same laughter, the same victories. And our team, Dr. Mary Jane, Dr. Ify, CEO, Ruben, Ibrahim, Bimbiso, Walter, Ishan, Farai, Eddie, Kennel. People just showed up in ways no strategy deck could have prepared me for, nor prepared the summit coordinators. God was there in every shifted plight, in every rescheduled plan, in every moment. I heard the whisper, you're not alone. Dr. Joanne can echo this. You see, true leadership doesn't show up when everything is aligned. It shows up when you're making decisions at midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're solving problems in transit, and you're still smiling. I never lost my smile in those few days. Even when my soul was so stretched, Dr. Joanne, thank you for showing me that even in the hardest moments, we still must smile. Leadership is standing in the storm and still hearing the whisper of purpose. And if you're a leader, let me say this to your spirit and to you. You're not called to perfection. You're called to presence. Be there, show up, even when the volcanoes of the world are erupting, even when there are landslides that you don't know when they will stop. As you know, I want to also ground this in science for a moment. Our brains are wired for survival, like I always say. And our brains hate uncertainty. But miracles, yes, you heard me, miracles, they don't happen in certainty. They happen at the point when we're just about to surrender. That's why the 11th hour isn't just spiritual, it's psychological. It retrains the mind to trust beyond timelines. It retrains the mind to accept help without shame. It retrains our minds to embrace uncertainty without paralysis, because we must continue to move. But faith isn't foolishness either. It's neuroplasticity at work, but meeting divine timing. Are we together? It's neuroplasticity meeting divine timing. My partner reminded me, Brian said, God has always held your hand, Alison, even when you didn't see it. And I felt that. Because sometimes help shows up in a media person, maybe like Ferrari, or a safari lodge like Mana Resort, or a beautiful boutique hotel like the Golden Palm in Mount Pleasant, or a smile from an ambassador like Her Excellence Dr. Gertrude, who turned diplomacy into delight. Sometimes God shows up in ways and through people we would never imagine. Sometimes it's in laughter through exhaustion. Colonel Dr. Joanne Brian, those meetings, those laughter, honorable at the table, early hours, small hours of the morning. Or just maybe a colonel whose presence didn't feel like a coincidence but a calling. And sometimes, most times, it's in the quiet ways our mothers taught us to trust. My mother would sometimes say in Shona, Zuva harinyare kubuda. Runongo buda ningwa yaron all the time. In English, I will try and translate. She says, the sun never forgets to rise. It comes in its own time, every day, every morning. It shows up. Regardless, it shows up. I want to speak for the ones who have almost given up. I want to speak to the dreamer on the edge of something extraordinary. To the founder thinking it's falling apart. Dr. Alison, don't tell me the 11th hour, because it's been falling apart for too long. To the woman juggling children, events, airports, and also her calling that is beyond her own capacity. The man whose purpose is being rebirthed. This episode is for you. For the young lady who I met a few days ago at one of Eunice's sessions at West Lothian College, she said, Doc, I know I can be a lot, but I also know I can be great. Sometimes my turning mechanism gets stuck. Well, I told her, I get it, because I've been stuck too. But greatness doesn't come from being perfectly tuned. It comes from showing up anyway, even when the dial doesn't seem to be sticking, even when the dial is stuck. So, I urge you, just show up. Just show up. Even when your voice is shaky, even when you've done all you have, you've sought all you could, and you still don't have all the answers. Even when the results aren't guaranteed, I said, please just show up. I want us to pause for a moment. And I want us to ask ourselves, what would I attempt if I believed God works in the 11th hour? Where have I overlooked divine help because it came in unfamiliar hands? And most importantly, when was the last time I saw grace disguised as a delay? Let those questions breathe and let them allow you to reflect. Sometimes there are things that only God can carry. For the listener who's tired, I want to remind you, you're not done yet. Where there's confusion, please plant clarity. Where there's fear, I pray that your peace is restored. I trust that there will be blessings for the hands that are building in the dark, the voices that speak when it's costly. Oh yes, I learned all of this in these last few days. And the souls that trust even in the silence. I pray that whatever divine power you believe in will show what you can do. I pray that God shows up for you in your 11th hour. As I sign off from Zambia, I want to remind you, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe again. Believe in your team. Believe in the vision that you set with your team, even when things are falling apart, even when things feel like I don't have enough hands holding the fort. Believe in the divine power that you believe in. I believe in God and in the strange and beautiful possibility that heaven can echo through human hands. So until next time, breathe, trust in what the universe is trying to do for you and the world is trying to do for you. And may your 11th hour blessings, I never said blessing, I said blessings because there are plenty. May your 11th hour blessings meet you just in time. From me to you, from Human Focus Limited to your households, to your organizations, to your nations, it's goodbye for now. Until next time, do tune in on another Wednesday. God bless you.